What is going on, guys? We are back, and today we're finally going to be getting some serious power storage going. I would go so far as to say it is broken power storage. Okay, Mechanism offers this thing called the Induction Matrix. Now, it is a multi-block structure that, as far as I'm aware, can be infinitely expanded. And all you do is you basically use two induction ports, one for inserting power and one for taking it out. You make an entire shell out of induction casing. Obviously, the induction ports, the two, are included in that shell. And then you fill the entire center with either induction cells or induction providers. The induction cells create more storage. The induction providers make it output faster. Okay, and as far as I'm aware, as long as you increase the shell to be able to hold these induction cells or induction providers, this thing could be as big as you possibly want. And I don't know why you would need it so big, because it stores an absurd amount of power. If we look at the basic induction cell, it has a capacity of 1 gigajoule. Okay, if you go up 8 gigajoules, and it goes all the way up to 512 gigajoules. Okay, that is insane, and you can pack as many of these in there. So I think we're only going to go up to advanced, and it's only going to be like one of this today and one of the induction providers, but that's still going to be a significant amount more energy stored than this ultimate energy cube, and it will work together greatly with this new energy production down here. This doesn't produce energy at a really insane rate, but it can run constantly, and we're also going to upgrade the storage for these using a Router Reborn storage unit. I believe they act like barrels, so that dude Chaos recommended that I use it. Instead, it can store like 4,096 stacks. So we're going to try that out too, but I'm going to do a little bit of crafting on camera for the induction cell, for the induction provider, and for the casing, but I'll do most of the crafting off camera because this requires that you craft a bunch of these, and I think that we'll be able to get to advanced on both of these, but I don't know if we have enough stuff. It took me a really long time to gather certain resources off camera, and there's a lot of stuff that I haven't shown you guys that I had to do in order to get all these resources. But the first thing that we need to do is make this matrix, and I thought it'd be fun to do on camera, so I made a bunch of these energy tablets because this build is going to require a lot of them. So we're going to use a lot of our steel for this induction casing. I think 4 sets of these should be fine. So yeah, I think that'll be okay. I think 16, you know what, we should actually probably make one more. 20 should be fine, just because we're not going to be using many of these. I think we'll use like 1 induction cell and 1 induction provider to start, just because we don't have that much power generation. There's no need to go overboard getting this, especially because I don't have a very good space for putting this down somewhere right now. I think we're going to put it down over there in the wall, so I think that's what we'll do. But yeah, we're going to try and keep it relatively small for now. So the next thing that we need to make is 4 of the energy cells. So we're going to start with basic energy cells, just because we need 2 basic energy cells, and then we're going to go to 2 advanced energy cells, I think, or energy cubes. I keep calling them energy cells. I don't know why I do that. I get that messed up all the time. Okay, I really need to clean this out in here too. It's kind of annoying when you have things like this that you need to keep shift clicking in the energy tablets, things that don't stack well. So we have the basic energy cubes, and now we can just start making this because it requires even more energy tablets. I think I'm going to have to make more energy tablets too. That's actually pretty sad. I made like a full inventory of them, and I thought that would be sufficient, but I guess it isn't. So here we have a basic induction cell. We got that, and then we need to make the basic induction provider. And I actually didn't realize this needed control circuits, so we can make some more of those now. We only need 3 for the first one, so we can just quickly make them. There we go. And no, what am I doing? Oh, it requires, I forgot. Why did I think that was redstone? I thought it was actually cheap. Haha, funny joke. Okay, so we have a basic induction provider, an induction cell. We have the induction casings, and now all we need are the induction ports. So that is the last portion that we need. And yes, 1 craft of this. Why am I putting that there? What does it require? Oh, that's right. That's why I made this. The induction ports make 2, so all you have to do is 1 craft, and you should have enough for your machine. Obviously, I think you can do more of them if you want to input from different portions of it, but I really don't see why you need to do that. So I think we have all the stuff we're going to need for now, and I'm going to go off camera, do the rest of the crafting, and then we can start clearing out some space downstairs and hooking this thing up. And I'm actually really excited for this because I have to keep turning off this thing down here. I actually don't know why it's on right now. We should just set this to 1, and then it won't go. After it breaks this 1 pearl, I think it won't go because it won't be getting a pulse. But yeah, I'll be back once I finish all the crafting, which is going to be a lot of. Okay guys, so we are back, and crafting did take me a decent amount of time. Had to go through and make another set of energy tablets, but I did finish it. We have 1 advanced induction cell, 1 advanced induction provider. Don't even know if we need an advanced induction provider. A basic one might have been fine, but you know, why not? I had barely enough stuff to do it, so it's perfectly fine. And if we come down here, I think I've worked out a good spot to put this down. So we're going to make it, I think 3 by 3 by 4 is the smallest you can make it, and that means that you have 1 advanced or 1 induction cell, it can be whatever tier you want, and 1 induction provider, and you just put them down next to each other in the very center. And I think what we're going to do is wire the power up here to output it, and we're actually going to need to open this up a little bit for the time being so that we can get back in there. I think that should be good, yeah. Because you need to change the settings on these ports. So what we should do is fill in the bottom right here. It's going to be completely out of casing. We're definitely not going to have enough. I don't know why I thought this would be enough. I even made some extra off camera. Then we can fill in the top. It's going to be completely casing again. We should probably fill in the back too. That is going to go there. Yeah, okay, so that's going to go there. And the other one is going to be put right over here. I think you can put it on any side, whatever portion you want. When I tested it, I put them at each end of the 3 by 3. So I assume though that they can just go wherever. We need to make some more steel though, unfortunately. So let us just grab a stack of iron. We only need half a stack. I usually do a stack of coal, half a stack of iron. I actually don't know if we even have enough coal. No, we only have 38 coal. That's a little disappointing. Whatever. We only need a little bit, but I should have made a little bit more of this, assuming that we would need it. My estimates were slightly off. We'll get 12 of this and then we'll call it. There we go. So that'll be able to make us 3 sets. 12 blocks should, I think, be enough. I would hope so. I sped this thing up a while ago. Probably one of the best decisions I made. Oh, okay, I want to show you guys something weird. You see how I put 12 in there? We'll come over here and we'll look at this. I guess I pulled out all my osmium too. I should put some back in there so we don't lose that. We'll look at this and we'll see that I feel like sometimes I lose some of this steel. It just gets lost. I don't know where it goes. If it, we'll see, okay? So it looks like it's done. Boom, we lost 2. I don't know where it went, but hopefully 8 is enough. Oh, there's 11. If only we had 1 more. That would be nice. Whatever. Well, hopefully 8 is enough. If not, I'll just go off camera and finish it. I think it should be. Oh, it's just not it's just enough. Okay, cool. So what we can do is put the induction provider in there and put the induction cell in there. And something cool I want to show you guys is if you come over, I need to fill that in. That is annoying. Okay, so if we come over here and just break this and this and this, you can see that they kind of form together. They like link up. And this will work with any of these combinations. You could do a basic induction cell and an advanced induction provider. It doesn't matter. All of them combine. So if you were worried about them not working together, don't worry. They all do work together. Boom. And we got the particle effect. And it is finished. Induction matrix. So if we go to statistics, we have 8 gigajoules of storage and output up to 512 kilojoules. It gives you the dimensions 3 by 3 by 4 and the constituents 1 cell and 1 provider. It's a big word, constituents. Why don't they just say contents? Come on, guys. Trying to sound all smart here, but you're not fooling me. So now we change this to output, and all we got to do is run our cable, ouch, up here. And yes, I know that that one up there is only elite, it's not universal, so it's not as effective as it could be, but whatever, I'll fix that later. And now that we have all that hooked up, we can fill this in. I don't think we'll need to mess around with that at all for the time being. I think we should be all set on that front. And now all we have to do is run our power over here. So yes, this is going to bother me because it is not really symmetrical or anything, and it's really not effective. We have to fly over this every time we want to come over here, but that is perfectly fine for now. So, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so ready. Boom, connected. And you can see that it is inputting so many joules right now, and that's just because it's draining the base on these, but I don't have it running at the time being. We can change that though. So all we have to do is set this to 30 and it will start running again. It should send a pulse, and yes, okay, so it is running again. And we are now fully generating power that will be stored in here. And I assume because none of our machines are running, it's not outputting anything, I guess. What's probably happening is our system is using this right here for everything. Yeah, so it's very slowly, it might occasionally take out of that. But what I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to rerun the solar panels down to this energy storage too. I might move this eventually so that we can access it from upstairs to see our power, but I will get rid of this very soon. I just need to hook up the solar panels off camera. And what I can do now is just orient this so that it is pulling energy out and outputting all of its contents into this system. So it's going to be really slow, but this system, you can see that we don't even have a fraction of what we can have stored in here. So I'm really excited for this though, to get this fully running. And the last thing that I want to do for today's episode, I know it'll be a little bit of a shorter episode, but we are going to change the storage to this storage unit, tier 3. It can hold, I believe, 4,096 stacks. So if we fill this up once, we'll like never have to fill it up again. But what we're going to do is we're going to slap it down. It actually looks really cool. And we can just alter this really quick so that the thing up here is, we should keep it on pulling, and this one should be set to normal. And what will happen is it'll transfer all of the ender pearls that we have into this right here. And you can see that this is probably really nice for storage. I didn't think of using these instead of the storage drawers. They're actually really cheap though. To make this, it took 6 pieces of wood, 1 wooden plank, and 2 ender pearls, which seems actually a little broken too. Everything I'm doing today is broken. But it seemed a little crazy that you could store so much with so little. So I guess we can just finish, and I won't wait for this to transfer on camera. I think we can actually take all these, and yeah, we can manually move them in there. There we go. And yes, TDC did help me. He told me that space clicking, I never knew that space clicking is what did that. It allowed you to transfer this all at once. So we have 55 stacks in there, and I thought that was a lot, but it really isn't. And now all we have to do is set this to pull. I don't even know if we need to set it to pull, but just to be safe. Okay, so now it's on pull, and it'll fill this up whenever it uses one, and these should consistently run at an average of 10,000 RF per tick for the total. This thing's almost done. We can break it, and then we can call it a day. You can see that we have just made a little dent in our total storage, significantly more. That's already double the storage of one of these energy cubes, and that's not even a portion of what this can store. And then all we have to do is just expand it a little bit, so make it a 4x4x4, and that can hold an absurd amount more cells, exponentially more of the power storage, and we don't need to really make any more of the providers because it's already going to output at a fast enough rate. I don't know what you could use that would need a faster output, or what we could at least use at this point that would need a faster output than 512 kilojoules. I don't even know if can these transport? Yeah, these can't even transport that much, so there's no point in us making another one for the time being. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope it wasn't too rambly or boring, but I actually was really excited to make this. And I hope you guys haven't been minding that I haven't been uploading, but still getting all this stuff prepped for college. So I hope you guys understand that. And in the coming weeks, it will be less and less frequent. But I will try my best to keep uploading. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to give it a like. It really helps me out, and I will talk to you guys later.